What's your impression about the conference? What's the impact you aim to create with this event?
I think the conference has been superb so far. Great venue, great location as well, and the Sabanci family and the ACT Bank, great hosts, so very impressive so far.
What are the main opportunities of today's global economy concerning Turkey and globally?
I think we had a previously superb presentation talking about emerging markets, and we're seeing that emerging markets are in some cases outperforming the kind of established markets 2-1. So I think there's huge potential in both the emerging markets and frontier markets, and Turkey is pretty much in the epicenter there. So great opportunity coming forward.
So you'll talk about blockchain later. And what are the biggest areas of opportunity that blockchain technologies face regarding how we will conduct our financial and everyday lives?
Sure. So blockchain is a pretty recent development, and it has a number of value drivers. One of the value drivers is, of course, a new type of money. It's electronic without a central authority that can inflate money supply. So I think for international trade it's really important, because you don't want to be potentially trading with a partner in the very currency they hold. It's hard to then recall your debt. The other kind of really interesting development is this idea of securities, security tokens being issued on what effectively becomes a public securities depository, because it removes friction in international trading. As the world becomes more and more international, we now see that any security issued on a trusted platform will have a naturally lower cost of trading. And then third is this idea of utility tokens, tokens which represent the right to participate in a network and have some element of a security aspect of it and some element of a cryptocurrency, but it's definitely a new asset class. So as people try to understand the dynamics, it's a really interesting alternative to kind of existing asset classes.
So last question. Do you have any advices for professionals, young professionals?
I think as a young professional it's really important to understand what are the new drivers in terms of change. So whether it's technology, whether it's social, whether it's economic, whatever it is. Obviously I'm particularly passionate about technology, so that's my angle. Understand those macro drivers, understand that actually just being stuck in one job is no longer possible because of the cadence of change has increased, and therefore continuing kind of professional upgrades, learning and applying it is super important. I think jobs for lives are gone, and therefore being able to adjust and pivot personally is really important.